Hey guys, it's IlonkaSims here and welcome back to another speed build. So in this one I'm building a little cottage. I've been thinking about what to build and I've been struggling a lot with deciding what to build recently, and um, it took a while for me to get to this point, but at some point I was like, you know what, it would be really nice to do something kind of seasonal and just use the seasons as kind of inspiration, I suppose. So I thought of the beautiful autumn colors that we've got outside, or fall if you're from the US, and I figured let's try to make a build that just mostly uses these kinds of colors, because it's not like what I would usually do, because usually I tend to use a lot of more modern styles, and even when I did like another cottage build, I'm pretty sure I used quite a few more modern, not so much items, but at least modern colors. And I figured, you know what? If we go with something kind of, I don't know, just a little bit different, it would be really cool. And, well, basically, this is the result that you'd see, and I think it looks amazing. I'm very, very happy with how this turned out, and it's a really cute little cottage, and, you know, there's some stone, there's some woods, and the inside looks pretty good as well, I think. I think. No, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out, and again, it's something a little bit different from what I usually do, but I'm happy with it anyway, so who cares? So I'm just going around, putting in some windows and all that. I try to minimize kind of my use of whites, like proper whites and blacks, because, I mean, those aren't quite natural colors that you see out like in nature, especially during autumn time. But for the windows and stuff, I figured, you know, gives a nice contrast with the stone and the wood that we've got going on. So, oh well. Putting in some extra windows because it was a bit dark inside, but that's the thing about a cottage. Instead of doing kind of a modern build, there's only so much light. So I used this wallpaper with the stone on the bottom because it's really, I like it. It's really pretty. It's just not something you would usually use if you're more of a modern builder like me. But for this build, I figured it would work really well. And you can see me struggling already with the whole autumn color thingy. It wasn't easy because obviously we don't have a color wheel or anything like that, and yeah, I mean, it limits what you can do in terms of colors. I'm sure you all know this by this at this point. But you know, I realized this and I figured, you know what, let's just see what I can do anyways. And again, I think I did really well. Even this is just in itself already not too bad. So for this build, because I was so focused on getting in the right kind of colors, and because I kind of had to figure out the layout, I first did the layout and then I go back in later to do all the detailing, which looks really good actually in the end. But also the detailing will be mostly trying to be in autumn colors. Also, when I'm recording this, it's now Wednesday morning? Yeah, it's Wednesday morning, and last night we got the new Sims update with some of the free items for like Halloween, kind of Day of the Dead, whatever you want to focus on. And I wish I'd had that update before. The candles that came in that would have been so good for this build. Yeah, but you know, I didn't have them, so I couldn't use them, obviously. But that really sucks. But the other things that came with the tech as well, it's just, most of it is like, I don't know if I'll ever use this really, but some of it is really cute, and I'm definitely interested in seeing what I can do with these items. It'll be fun. Just making this little shelving system for the TV, because, I don't know, it's fun to have some of this sometimes. I don't know if any of you do this ever, but sometimes I put a TV on the wall, I'm like, I feel like I should just put something like in front of it or underneath it, and I try to put like a side table underneath it, but it doesn't look so good, and I don't know, this always looks good, so yeah. So for the detailing, I started with the lights, basically. At least that was the plan until I got distracted and put it in this plan. But I started with the lights because, again, the room was quite dark, and I put in the temporary spotlights, but again, those are temporary, so I had to put in the actual lights, which wasn't too easy actually, because I thought about using these ones from the movie Hangout stuff pack, but they came down too low. These are the shortest wall height because it's a cottage. It shouldn't be with really tall walls, but it didn't work too well with most of the hanging lights that we had. So I had to figure out some other ways of getting in some light as well. So, you know, using some candles, because again, that kind of felt right for the cottage feel. And then I decided to just put a lamp there, and I figured this one from the Outdoor Retreat stuff pack would be perfect. So yeah, I'm happy with it. And this is also the point at which I'm like, I didn't even put a sink in the kitchen. That is really good. Well done, Ilonka. Yeah. But I remembered at some point, and I even put a bin in, like in the beginning. So there's a bin, and there's a fridge, and there's everything. I almost forgot the bin outside, and like a mailbox, but I remembered at the end as well, so it's fine. But yeah, here too, I'm just looking at items and just going what kind of felt like the right thing for this build, and that came in the right kind of colors. And, you know, curtains as well. Really cute curtains. Which, when I took screenshots, looked blue because the lighting still glitches. Yeah, there's not much I can do about it. If I could fix it, I would. But, yeah, I guess we all just have to deal with it. Until, at some point, hopefully they will fix it. Just putting some small things on the coffee table. Putting a little carpet underneath these bookshelves because they were really dark and they were on the dark flooring, and I figured it needed something more. Putting some simple flowers there just needed a entrance because it needed something, and the simple flowers kind of looks like they are just picked and somebody put them in some vases. Looks really cute. Just a simple bathroom, there's not too much to it, but again, trying to keep to the sort of autumn colors and just natural colors that we've got going on in this build, and that was kind of the idea behind this build. So it looks a bit different from what I would usually do, but I'm really happy with it anyways. And then it's just the bedroom. So there's only one bedroom. Again, it's just a small cottage. I can see this just being kind of almost like a getaway place. Not quite, but almost. I mean, it kind of has a fancy kitchen and everything for that, but it could be anyways. Like, if you go away quite often, it could be a fancy getaway place. Let's keep it at that. But yeah, it's simple. I like this bed for this build. I saw the bed and was like, yep, it's going to have to be this one. So yeah, just some dressels there and a little chair with a lamp. I took out the ceiling light and was like, it's really dark in here and I kind of have to put in more lights, but I kind of don't want to. I did put in another light somewhere, but there wasn't much more I did. I think I just put a light, like a ceiling light somewhere. I'm not sure. I think I did. Yeah, right there. And that's it. So, yeah. But it's fine. And there's a little cute side table that I don't think I've ever used before. It looks like it's just a case for like apples or something. It's really cute, but it doesn't work for most builds, but it's really cute anyway, so whatever. Deciding what to do on the outside. I mean, obviously here on the deck we would have a barbecue and, a table and chairs, and a fire pit seemed to make sense as well. And just looking at tables here, I wanted to kind of use the one from Get to Work from Get Together that I took out earlier, but it was just the one square and I wanted it to be a bigger table. So yeah, doing this little trick with these lanterns, sizing them up and putting them on the ground, which I think looks amazing. It's one of my favorite things to do. Putting some more greens on the deck because I had to put something there, and then just landscaping basically. Looking around, what we've got in the area for trees, because I kind of wanted it to fit in the area. I do this thing all the time. If you don't watch my videos, usually I always try to make my builds fit into the area. So this is, in case you want to know, this is in Windenburg, in kind of the rural area. It's really pretty. And I figured it's like one of the best places for a cabin. It's either that or the Granite Falls from the stuff pack, from the game pack, from the Outdoor Retreat game pack. Yes. I'm repeating myself, great. But yeah, it was either here or there, and I figured, I feel like it's better for here, because the only lots I had left in Granite Falls are really big, so I kind of have to figure out what I want to do with those, but I just wanted to build a small cottage, because I didn't have so much time. If you don't know, I'm going to Simmers Meetup this weekend, so I'm leaving tomorrow morning really early, so I had to pre-record this, and when you watch this, I think it's the end of the Simmers Meetup, so yeah. Just putting in some pumpkins because I felt like we needed some more details, and pumpkins in autumn kind of makes sense, I suppose. So the screenshots, as always, there's a download link in the description, so if you want to download this, just click that, hit the download button, let me know down in the comments what you want to see me build next, and that's it. So I will talk to you next time. Bye guys!